Hi guys and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. I'm Farhad. If you are new to this channel then please smash that subscribe button now. And as promised today I am here with a review of a Telugu film. The Telugu film that I am going to be talking about is the new Vijay Deverakonda and Samantha starrer Kushi, which is now running in a theatre near me. Now this was a film that I had watched before the Kannada film Saptasagar Dache Yellow Side A, and I thought that should be given preference clearly because that was a better film. But then both are love stories, and does Kushi also stand up in a genre which was dwindling some time back? Let's find out. So, coming to the story and screenplay, Kushi is essentially a story of a couple of strangers who meet as a chance encounter and fall in love only to form a relationship for life, which means marriage, and how they deal with their day to day issues in their relationship is what forms the rest of the story. The story here is sweet and cute, but it just is far too predictable and far too cliched for my liking. I mean, the scenarios aren't too bad, but it's not too novel either. The screenplay is standing at about, what was it, around 140 odd minutes. I think that again made for a bit of a hot and cold kind of a view. It was essentially about the two halves that were there. The first half, they did have some sweet little moments that are there, but the issue lies in the second hour, in the second half, and I'll be breaking down a bit on my analysis on the screenplay. So the drama here opens with the introduction of the protagonist who works in a BSNL firm and is posted to Kashmir, and that is when a chance encounter with a stranger, Samantha, takes place, and both of them fall in love. Now, so far, the story is still good. Yes, it does have some patchy moments that are there, and I say patchy because the screenplay in the first half did seem like a collection of scenes that were there. It was a collection of scenes. It wasn't coherent with one thing led to another. And having said that, I think there was still a good amount of conviction that was there in the first half to portray the love story, and you slowly begin to invest in their journey, and you slowly begin to root for them as a couple. Having said that, and this, by the way, also has a good and nice little interval block, and I thought that set stage perfectly for the second hour to follow, and it did give me a bit of a Rocky or Rani kind of a vibe with the scenario that was created at the halfway mark. But the issue lies in the second hour where things just nosedive. I wouldn't say exactly nosedive, it was somewhere in between, but definitely the writing becomes more cliched, more predictable, and it just drowns in its predictability. Yes, there are moments here and there like the Arjun Reddy reference that was, I think I found that quite funny in the second hour, and there are a few moments, particularly in the build up towards the final act when the entire setup takes place in Alipelli, with the characters of Jairam and Rohini. Both of them, I think, their story, I think, was quite interesting, and I really wanted a spin off of their story as well, if possible. But other than that, the scenarios that are created were far too predictable, and it just did not really rise above its predictability. So the writing was a little flat in the second half, although decently watchable. It wasn't bad, but yeah, it was decently watchable. Coming to the technical aspects, the dialogues, the music, and the direction, the dialogues are decent, at times cheesy in the first half, but yeah, there is a hint of humor, and I found myself chuckling in a few scenes in the first hour and in the second hour as well. But those scenes were a little few and far in between, and in between, the melodrama that was created was the issue. I feel the music is the unsung hero of this film. The music by Abdul Wahab. I think he was the music director of Hridayam as well. The soundtrack here is outstanding, and it creates a genuine effort to portray the different feelings in a relationship, right from the smaller, softer notes to the more grungy ones when the melodrama is high. The music, I think, was spot on, and perhaps the songs deserve a playlist of their own. Perhaps I will be revisiting the songs as well. A BGM is good and it enhances a few scenes where the writing is slightly cliche. The cinematography editing is all right. Director Shiva Nirvana, I think he did a pretty decent job. It wasn't a bad job. I will not totally write him off. Yes, the main challenge in the story was the predictability of the second hour, and the director could never rise above that predictability by creating such moments which would, just distract you from the cliched writing that was there. I think that was the issue. There could have been some heartfelt moments that were created. There was a try, but it was a little half-hearted as compared to the conviction that the writing had, despite a wobbly screenplay in the first hour. Coming to the performances, I feel the performances are very good. As I said, Rohini and Jairam, they make for a splendid couple. And the portions that they have, especially in Alipelli, I think that was one heartfelt moment in the film. And I really feel that they need a spin-off of their own, the backstory that they have. It was touched upon, and it did touch the strings of my heart. It was pretty good there. I felt Murli Sharma and Sachin Khedekar, both of them did a good job here, definitely. I did feel that they were slightly underutilized, particularly with the conflict that was created at the halfway mark. That conflict more or less did not come through in the second hour. I think the foundation wasn't there for you to be invested in the conflict. It was barely touched upon in the final act, which again fell a little flat, and I found it all right. The show definitely belongs to Vijay Deverakonda and Samantha. Both of them have a subtle little chemistry to write their performances. I felt Samantha was quietly charming. She looks pretty and she did a very, very good job. Vijay Sethupathi was in his Vijay Deverakonda was in his elements, and I think he did a pretty good job as well. And both of them were coming from failures of their respective films in the form of Liger for Vijay Deverakonda, and the Samantha film was Shakuntalam. Both were disasters, and they were very poor films. I have watched both of them, very poor films. Full reviews of them on my site, Popcorn Reviews with the Double S. So, overall, Kushi is a sweet and cute love story that drowns in his own predictability. I think that's how I'll sum it up. It's not too good, not too bad, somewhere in the middle. It's a mid kind of a film for me. So if you watched the film Kushi, let me know your thoughts on the same. If you're liking this video, please smash that like button. Please subscribe to the channel, press that bell icon. Also share this video with your friends and family. All help is crucial for a small creator like me. If you'd like to read my full review of Kushi on my site, Popcorn Reviews with the Double S, the link of which is in the description box below, do visit that as well. Also follow me on different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Letterboxd. I do not end up making a video on everything that I watch, but I do write a lot. All reviews of the latest content will be found on my site, Popcorn Reviews with the Double S, and on my social media handles. If there are any recommendations, do throw me some in the comments. And once again, thank you so much for the love that is poured in my previous video of Saptasagara Dache Ello Saide. I think it is one of the highest viewed videos on my channel, at least the most views this year for sure. One of the most, I think 2018 was slightly more. But thank you so much for the love and support. I'll see you again soon, probably tomorrow with a special little video if I can, and maybe Thursday or Friday depending on when I get tickets for Jawan. Yes, I'm going to be making a video on Jawan as well. So I want you all to tune into my my video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. It is going to be a lot of fun. I'm anticipating a outstanding film in the commercial space that is there. Anyway, till next time, thank you so much for your love and support, and take care of yourselves. Cheers.